Medieval Conflicts and Dynasties. Dynastic Struggles and Conflicts 4 in 1. Written by Harris Ropes. Narrated by Saskia Higgins. The Investiture Controversy. Church versus State. Written by Harris Ropes. Narrated by Saskia Higgins. Chapter 1. Origins of the Conflict. The Investiture Controversy, one of the most defining struggles of the medieval period, had its roots in the growing tension between the secular rulers of Europe and the spiritual authority of the Church. This conflict emerged in a time when power structures were deeply intertwined, and the boundaries between church and state were neither clear nor firmly established. At the heart of the controversy was the question of who held the authority to appoint or invest bishops and abbots, the emperor or the pope. The church had grown significantly in power and influence during the early Middle Ages, accumulating wealth, land, and political clout. By the 11th century, popes were increasingly assertive, seeking to reform the church and free it from secular interference. The papacy, under reform-minded leaders, aimed to elevate the moral and spiritual authority of the church above that of earthly rulers. This push was partly a response to widespread abuses such as simony, the buying and selling of church offices, and lay investiture, where secular leaders granted religious titles and symbols of office to church officials. On the other side, the Holy Roman emperors viewed themselves as divinely appointed protectors of Christendom. They believed it was their right and duty to appoint bishops within their realms, not just as spiritual leaders, but also as loyal administrators of imperial lands. In many parts of the empire, bishops held significant secular power and governed vast territories, making their appointment a matter of political importance as much as religious concern. For emperors like Henry IV, relinquishing control over these appointments threatened to weaken imperial unity and reduce their ability to govern effectively. This clash of interests laid the groundwork for a power struggle that would erupt into open conflict. Neither side was willing to yield. The Church saw secular interference in ecclesiastical appointments as a threat to its purity and autonomy, while the emperors feared that papal dominance would undermine their authority and fragment their rule. The growing friction reflected deeper questions about sovereignty, divine authority, and the rightful balance of power between church and state. The Investiture Controversy did not...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?